It's Pro1701 here, and today we are going to be reviewing The Visitation with the Fifth Doctor, the final classic story with the sonic screwdriver. The Visitation, I was just in a mood to watch a Fifth Doctor story, and I'd only watched Visitation once before when the box set first came out, and I figured, well, I really liked that one, but I was curious since it had been a while since I had watched it, what my thoughts on it would be, because sometimes, watching something for the second time after it's been a little gap since you watched it the first time, your opinion can change on the story. And I have to say, I still really enjoy it. I think Visitation is one of the really good Fifth Doctor stories. I really like it. Again, it is the story where the sonic screwdriver gets destroyed, and that's the last we see of it. And even the Doctor's like, I feel like you just killed an old friend. I felt the same. It's interesting with season 19 because most of the film elements still survive. So the location shots that are done on film are true HD, whereas the studio shots, of course, were recorded on videotape, which was kind of the norm for the time. It's interesting going from the studio shots to the location footage, even on just my little, 720p HD TV. I noticed a difference. Also, the location footage seems a little brighter, like they changed the coloring a little bit, really made it pop a little more. It's not off-putting by any means. I'm one of those people, if you have the film elements, I want the film elements restored to true HD, even if it's just little stuff. I like that. I like Doctor Who to look as nice as possible. I'm not one of those people that finds it jarring going back and forth between upscale and HD. I really enjoyed that in this story, and the location shots look gorgeous. They look so nice, and it's so rare to get that in classic Who, where even a lot of the stuff that was done on film, the film elements don't survive. So it's really a nice treat in season 19 to get that, and it looks really good here. I like the story. I find Adric irksome, but I tend to find Adric very irksome with the Fifth Doctor. He doesn't bother me with the Fourth Doctor, but I find him bothersome with the Fifth Doctor. I find him a little irksome here. Nyssa I actually like here. She's a little more interesting. I always find Nyssa very boring. Don't tell Josh Snares I said that. But I find Nyssa, she just tends to be boring. Like, she's kind of the companion that I feel like didn't get enough development. There's so much they could have done with her, and they didn't, just because I felt like the show couldn't handle all of the companions at the time. Tegan's frustrated. She's actually got motivation. She's still trying to get back to Heathrow Airport. Naturally, she's very frustrated when the Doctor misses yet again. I really liked watching Davison in this, because having watched more Hartnell stuff, I really see a lot of Hartnell in him. He seems like a really young Hartnell at times. I love how just irritated he gets with his companions sometimes. Like when he nearly snaps at Tegan. Just try looking for it. And he has to catch himself. And then there's that one time when Adric manages to bring the TARDIS to the Doctor in the manor, and like Tiga or Nissa's like, oh, it saved us a long walk, and the Doctor's like, I like long walks. Walks inside, because it's kind of funny that Adric was able to accurately pilot the TARDIS, whereas earlier in the episode the Doctor had totally missed the ball. He was at the right place but off by 300 years, so actually Adric piloted the TARDIS better than he did. And I think maybe the Doctor, much like the first Doctor would, took a little bit of an affront to that. I like long walks. So there's several moments in there where you can just tell the Fifth Doctor's just annoyed. Sometimes I just feel like his companions annoyed him, and he's just like... I like the villain. I think the actual design of the creature, while a little classic Who looking, still comes off really well. I like the fact the little gills move and the mouth can open, and he's got the little damage scarred on his face from when he was in prison. It's a neat little motivation. I like how it ties into history with the plague and the rats, and tying it into the Great Fire of London at the end is really neat. I really love the one guest character who's here, who's on their side a lot. I forget his name, but I really liked him in the story, the one with the pistols and the very regal way of speaking, because I was in the theater, sir. I really like him, and the actor playing him is so good here. I really enjoyed his character. He seems pretty fleshed out, too. He's a former theater person, kind of turned highwayman. So as I was saying, I was talking about the Highwayman. I really liked him. I just thought the actor did a good job with him. I was really engaged with the character, and I loved just him running around with the Fifth Doctor. I found him a more interesting companion than the Doctor's actual companions, although I do like Tegan a lot. And again, how they tie it in with the Great Fire of London, I like. I like the design of the escape pod. I thought they realized that really well on the screen with it being mostly buried in the dirt. And I like the Doctor blowing the escape hatch to get out. I love the beginning of it when we don't even see the Doctor until a little bit into it, with the ship crashing down and the young girl seeing the shooting star and learning about her and I guess her brother, her father. That whole little bit with them is great. And them, shooting at the lizard thing and then the android. I thought that was a cool scene. Yeah, the android. The android is what gives away more than anything that this story was made in the 80s. That android design just screams 80s. And not like the good 80s, like this was made in the 80s. You got little jewels and gems on it. Ooh, it's absolutely horrendous. Now, I like that he's disguised as the Grim Reaper. I actually like his little Grim Reaper disguise. That's pretty cool. And I like the concept in the story that he's walking around. It's a great way to spread fear and keep people away from what you're doing if they think, the Grim Reaper itself, Death, is running around with a scythe and everything. That's a pretty clever story idea, and I think they pulled that off well in the story. But the android, when he's not wearing the costume, is just laughably silly. But I really did enjoy it. I thought Davison did really, really good. I like, again, the ending, how they tied in with the Fire of London and everything going on there. So it's a good four-parter. I really, really like it, and I think it's one of Davison's, one of his strong stories, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on The Visitation. What do you think of The Visitation? Do you like it? I would love to hear what you think on it and how it ranks in Season 19 for you. So comment down below and let me know what you think. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon. If you like what I do and would like to support what I do, there is a link to that down in the description below. So check that out. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.